Are you a businessman or an entrepreneur or someone that is really busy with his career and you say or feel you don't have time to meet women? Or do you say and think things like, women are not so important right now, I'm focusing on my business? Then my friend, this video is for you, because I want to ask you, are you making excuses? Are you afraid of talking to girls and you're just saying, yeah, I have to work on my business because you're afraid and you don't want to make the time to meet women? Look, I can tell you right now, when I was working in a bank back in Germany in Stuttgart and I made a commitment, I moved there, I quit university to move to a city in the city center. I was living right next to the biggest shopping mall. So I had logistically a very short way to the shopping street, to the shopping area. So I could go out to meet women. I was still making excuses, right? So it's January and I'm taking holidays to, in March, approach women on my 2 weeks vacation instead of just approaching all the women that I meet. Do you want to tell me that it takes a lot of time to meet women? You go there, she says yes, maybe or no, and you get to know her in 5 to 10 minutes, maybe exchange numbers or no, but you make it such a big deal. I want you to be honest to yourself. Look, and even when I went out to meet girls because I thought, okay, I have to make this work, I want to find a girlfriend or I just want to have a lot of fun, I would go out and I would put my shirt on before I go out and my sacco, and if there would be like a small wrinkle here, I would say, oh no, I can't go out now. I have to iron my shirt so I look better, because I was even obsessed that the girls did not like my looks because I didn't have the confidence. And I see so many businessmen that are telling me they don't have time or they have to focus on their career or business because they are afraid. And then they just settle with the first girl they see and then they brag on social media how much money they make, but their girlfriend is still ugly AF. Do you want to be that kind of guy? I don't think you want to be that kind of guy. And I'm gonna tell you a story about my friend Michael. So I met Michael when I was in high school and we were basically in the same school. My grades were not really good and his grades were really good because he wanted to become an investment banker at Deutsche Bank, right? And then he's been studying all the time and I was calling him, hey Michael, do you want to go out with me? Let's go and pick up some chicks, right? And he's like, yeah, no, I have to study so I get my A grades at university so I can become an investment banker at Deutsche Bank. And now 4 years later, 5 years later, bachelor's degree and master degree, while he's been focusing on getting good grades. He's been focusing on getting good grades all the time so he can work a 16-hour job for 110 grand a year, which if you calculate it down is 16 euros or 70 euros per hour. And he's been only focusing on his job and career and he didn't have any girls. Like once a year I've seen him with some girls, but they were not hot. They were not like kinda the girls that he liked. It was just the girls that kinda have been around from when he was on Tinder. So I want you to ask yourself, do you meet the girls that you want? Do you make excuses that you don't have time? And if you don't have time, then I want you to make an audit. So that means, are you in the career that you want? Do you work as many hours as you say? Or are you just wasting your time on social media, scrolling on Instagram, TikTok, or all the other social media platforms? And how much time are you actually on the boob tube, right? How much time are you spending there? And how much time are you doing the little thing you do before you go to bed? You know what I'm talking about. And how much time are you spending on this? That's what you have to ask yourself. And then you have to be honest to yourself and don't tell me you don't have time. Look, I know there's a lot of guys that are into business and I know there's guys that don't have time, but I want you to be completely honest to yourself. Where are you wasting your time and when could you actually make some time to meet women? For example, if you're so busy and you're working in the city center, then why not go out in your lunch break and meet women there? Like I said, You go up, you say, hey, girl, you look cute, I want to meet you. And then she says, oh, no, thank you. Oh, thank you very much for approaching me. Or she's just ignoring you. But that also brings me to my second point, because dating and social skills is a skill that you need to learn. And you're making these excuses because it's a lot of ego involved. You know, because you can get rejected by the girl. She can say, okay, hey, you're not really good looking. You know, when I learned this, I went out every day. I went out to the bars and clubs. Thursday, tequila bar. Friday, another club. Saturday, another club again. And I went out every day in the daytime and in nightclubs and bars to actually learn this skill. And look, it was really hard for me. I'm telling you this. It was not like easy because I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to physically escalate. But I knew that I have to get the reference experiences and I have to find out what the girl likes and what they don't like. And I was just doing it and going through the motions. Because when you get the reference experiences and when you gather the experiences, what works and what doesn't work, then that's when you get good. So what I want you to do is that you realize that social skills are something that you need to learn and that you need to practice. Or do you want to wait for another 10, 20 years until you are 43 and you still don't know how to get girls? I have clients that make 250 grand a month and now they are 40 and then, oh yeah, I still can't approach girls and in the past I didn't get accepted by my social circle. And do you want to be in the same situation or do you just want to start today? You know, get out of victim mentality. No, yeah, I'm gonna start when my business is making 100 grand a month. I'm gonna start to talk to a girl for 5 minutes when I have the body or when I'm good looking or after my surgery when I have bigger lips or bigger tits or whatever, you know? Like, don't be that kind of guy. Get out of victim mentality and just start now. It doesn't get easier, it gets harder every day. And every day you don't take action, it gets harder. Start now. And by the way, I'm telling you this. Look, you want to survive, you want to have a house, you want to be sheltered, then you want to have food and drinks. And then the third thing is social approval. You want to be accepted by your tribe. And then the fourth thing is sexual companionship. That's life forces. That's a human want. You can't turn it off. You cannot quit the game. You understand? So what I want you to do right now is that you stop making excuses and you're actually looking for a solution. So that means that you look and you make an audit of your day, of your week, of your months. Where can you meet women? Where can you make friends? Where can you meet people that you would actually like to have in your social circle? And look, I understand I'm running a business too. And just because I'm a dating coach doesn't mean that I have girls all the time around. I also have to go to parties. I have to go out. I have to approach the girl. They don't come. Even Dan Bilzerian is texting them on Instagram and is flying them in with his money to tell them, hey, do you want to sit next to me in my Instagram post? And it takes time and it takes work and it takes effort. But I also make time. But what I do say is that Monday to Wednesday, I'm not going out as much, or Monday to Thursday maybe, depending on what kind of project I'm doing right now. But then I say, okay, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm taking a few hours to meet girls. And the girls I'm meeting are actually really hot. And I'm smaller than you. I'm not as good looking as you. I'm going to the gym to kind of look a little bit better. But I am not a model. And I also have the anxiety. I also feel awkward. Just yesterday, there was this 3 girl in the kebab store where we had some food. And this girl was looking at me all the time, actually, because I'm having a great presence, as you can see. And these girls were interested in me, but I still had the approach anxiety. I still had the awkwardness. And even when I went into the interaction and I was just going up to this beautiful blonde girl with big, you know what, and it was awkward. I'm telling you, it was really awkward. But still, it was fun. You know, it took like 20, 30 seconds and then they had to go. We exchanged Instagram and then we texted later. It was in Israel language. I didn't understand, or Hebrew, or how you call it. But she was actually really hot. And I just did it, even if I had the anxiety, and you can do it too. So think about it. When can you actually meet girls? In the gym, in the supermarket, after work, when you're going to work, when you're coming back from work. There is solutions and there is opportunities where you can build your social life. And most of my clients are actually really busy, but you still have to make the time. Okay guys, let's talk about the 3 things again. First of all, do an audit where you are wasting your time and when you could actually make time for your social life, because it's a human need, like I said. Then get out of victim mentality and stop saying things like, yeah, when my business is making $1 million a month, then I'm gonna go out. Or things like, yeah, when I have the dream body, then I'm gonna go out. That's not gonna work. And number 3 is that you actually make a plan where you can execute and when you can go out. And by the way, I had big problems going out myself, but the problem for me was more like I didn't really know what to say and I didn't really know what to do and that I didn't really have a conversational structure and a plan to execute. So if you need help with this, and I understand, you know, it's cool to get help, and I would not be wasting my time, especially if you're a businessman or if you're someone busy, then I would get help from someone that knows what he's doing. So if you need help with this, then what I want you to do is that you apply for a free consultation call with me and my team, and we're going to call you, find out if and how I can help you. And then, my friend, we can see how your situation is, when you can make time, how you can meet girls during the day, during the nighttime, however you want. Just make sure that you are making a commitment and do whatever it takes to have a great social life. Thank you very much for watching, and then see you in the next video.
She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in and it's worth everything I have. I could feel the butterflies multiply every time I meet your eyes. Amplify deep inside once I feel your skin on mine. Though I try, I can't hide all the ways I feel inside. You're everything I wanted.